Buddy Rev Nation here, and what I have behind me is perhaps the most important vehicle to Honda. This is the newly redesigned 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid. Let's get into it. Right, one of the most noticeable things that you're going to see on this new CR-V is the redesigned front end. I think that they did a phenomenal job with the way that they cut in these great headlights. These are LEDs. They just look super sleek. The body lines and the proportions of everything were really tastefully done. It's not over the top, but it's definitely, aerodynamic enough to where it's going to be efficient, and it still looks great. Down here, we do have some functional vents and some fake vents over here. Don't love the fake vents, but I get it. You can only have so much airflow going into the engine. You got that really fancy schmancy Honda badge there. And let me tell you, when you're looking at up close at this, it looks very, very premium. This high gloss black finish, a lot of people don't love high gloss, but when it's combined with this beautiful red color here, I think that it really does do it justice, and you wouldn't want this in a matte finish, in my opinion. This front end looks great. Now around the side here, you can see in that wheel well there, we do have the, matte cladding there, so it doesn't get super dirty and everything. Like I already got it dirty. I took this off road earlier. But these wheels here, these are the 19-inch Honda wheels, and this chrome sort of high gloss combination finish looks really good. Again, with this radiant red. I don't love the chrome trim around the body edges. I think that they could have done better with just going with like a flat black. I think it would look cooler, but whatever, right? Body lines in the door there, not too overly done, but it looks good. It looks sharp. It's got something going on there, at least to make it not so boring, and it's just not another snooze SUV, right? Door handles, body color, I always appreciate that. And coming around the back, we do have a nice little shark fin antenna up there. You got some tie downs. You can put a travel case and all that other stuff up there, cargo, etc. But that's in the dealership accessories or manufacturer accessories, but you're better off just probably getting it at the dealer nowadays. Coming down here, you do have a nice little wing. Looks pretty cool. I don't love when they do these windshield wipers right here like that. I like when they're more hidden up here in the top, but oh well. Honda badge over there, CR-V with your sweet little hybrid. And, just overall looks really good. All right, getting in and out of this. This sits pretty low to the ground for an SUV, in my opinion. I'll put the ground clearance up on the screen. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But overall, these seats are extremely comfortable. 10-way power adjustable seats here. The bolstering is not great. You will go sliding a little bit if you, are getting on it and taking some sharp turns and what have you. The comfort, with the lumbar support and everything like that, it could be better. It's not all that noticeable, to be honest with you. It does something, but I think that they really need to ramp it up. That's my kind of one, dislike about these seats. I'd like them to be ventilated as well, but they are heated. Steering wheel, this is a good quality steering wheel. We'll get into that more in a little bit. Your elbow room here is fine. The overall reach, sunglasses, you got your power controls up here. Really, really standard stuff, but it's all functional, easy to use, and I think that you're going to be happy with this. You got your rear vents back here. You got a ton of room. You got two USB-C ports. They don't put the regular USB-A anymore in here. But your kids, your passengers, everybody's going to be more than happy with this space. This is a ton of room. Like, that's my driving position, and look at how much room I have in my legs. Headroom, tall people, they're going to be fine. I'm 5'8", but, I don't think anybody 6'2" or whatever is going to have any trouble back here. And this would be really great for a car seat, especially one of those front-facing car seats. You'll have plenty of space back here. These seats are 60-40 split, super easy. They got the little controls up here, easy to use. And there you go. Pretty simple, but nice. All right, and here we have the steering wheel layout. You can see that digital display there looks really nice. It has the traditional tack look and stuff. The graphics aren't over the top, but they're not bad. Regular old functions on the steering wheel. This has a premium feel to it. It's nice. It feels exactly like what I had in my RDX, which is obviously a good thing. It's a luxury vehicle, right? I like that they're doing that Civic little, I don't even know what they call that. It's almost like a gate material or something like that. It's pretty crazy, but it looks good. You can see this one has heated cloth seats, which is tough to find, but I have noticed a few more manufacturers giving that as an option because a lot of people just really don't like the feel of leather. And you can see that screen resolution is really quite good. So this is with the Apple CarPlay. It is wired, unfortunately. So you don't have wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but you can see it's quick to touch. You know, it's got everything that you need, just as long as you have a good wire, I guess. The shift placement, I do like that this is a more traditional shifter and it doesn't have those silly buttons. So thank you, Honda, for bringing that back. And the armrest is pretty good. You can see glove box, not bad. There is no power outlets in there, which I was surprised about. I'm sorry, the center console, not the glove box. And the actual glove box, just really basic, but not bad. This is textured material. It is not hard plastic, which is nice. It's the same, that's what's on the door trim. And you can see getting into that trim itself. Really premium, sleek design on that. I do really like that. It looks good. And you can see you got really nice bolstering and padding for your elbow there. You know, single touch up and down windows, all the standard stuff. No complaints. Really, in general, pretty basic interior, but nice. I would say that they've stepped their game up significantly. So great job, Honda. Check that out. That's pretty neat that they give you that little tire pressure gauge and then a filter for your oil, which is pretty cool. Nice little Easter egg. Yeah, get a load of this cargo volume. This is a ton of space. I do wish the floor folded flat, but there is quite the noticeable hump there, so you're not going to really want to use this as a bed, most likely. You can see it's got the 60-40 split, which is always great. The rear ceilings are high. You know, I had no complaints back here. You got the I'm sorry, not USB, the 12-volt function. You have lights back here, and you do get a full-size spare underneath. Alrighty, folks, setting off in the Honda CR-V. And let me tell you, like, my first impressions of this thing is this cabin is divine. They did a great job with the fit and finish in here. It feels rock solid, doesn't feel overly cheap or anything, even though this is technically an economy vehicle. And it is really, really quiet. Like, that is the thing that struck me the most when I first picked this up. I figured I was more in like an Acura or a Lexus product, because Honda used to be just very tin can like. So they completely loaded this thing up with sound deadening or just changed, I don't know, something. But it worked because this is way quiet now. The handling, let's get into that. So I'm going to take some sharp turns here and let you know how that goes. All right, we're getting up to speed. Very sporty. You get up to speed really quick. The turns are direct. You know, there's not any real play in the steering. I think that that's great. All of your normal functions are here. This one does have lane keep assist, and it is abrupt. Yeah, I just tested it out here, and it vibrates, and it actually does turn your wheel and put you back in the road, which is great. The adaptive cruise control works really well. My wife and I are actually looking for a commuter car, and the fact that you can get a combined 40 miles per gallon in this is really great. So what that equates to, I think it's 43 in the city and 37 on the highway. Don't quote me on that, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it. The layout of the steering is fine. The seats are comfortable, they're supportive. The driver's seat is 10-way adjustable. The passenger seat is a manual one, which is kind of lame. And one of the things that I did notice earlier is sitting in those back seats, super comfortable. So you got rear AC vents, you got all the plugs and everything like that you would need. Your kids are going to be really, really happy there, and you're still going to have a ton of cargo room to, you know, load it up with furniture, whatever it is that you want to do, suitcases, dead bodies. You know, one last spin here, and we're going to get her up to speed. Not the fastest thing in the world, but it's no slouch. I mean, that, you know, I got up to 60 miles an hour right there, which is totally acceptable. You know, it's definitely fast enough for whatever it is that you're going to be doing if you're buying a family hauler, right? And I do really like this suspension here. It's got the McPherson strut suspension, and it holds you in there. You don't feel like you're wobbling all over the place, and it's just, you know, another cheap, crappy SUV that rides like shit. And, you know, and that's that, right? This has some DNA behind it. I feel like it almost got tuned by Mazda. And that's a good thing. There are a lot of things to like here, especially when you're talking about a 32 to 34,000 price point. This is a sport trim, but it has a bunch of options. And I think out the door after delivery, we're looking at just over $34,000, which is right in line with pretty much all the competing SUVs. It's not really any more expensive. It's not super, it's not a bargain by any means. But for what you're getting here, you're getting the great Honda reliability, you're getting massive efficiency, and you are getting a ton of cargo room and just great functionality. Good fit and finish. We'll see how it holds up over time. But yeah, would I buy this thing? Absolutely, man. I think that, it's a good deal, especially you got a warranty. The value is going to be pretty much there. You look at one of these CRVs, it's like a year or two old, and you're paying more than the MSRP. Still, you tell me, would you buy this thing? I think I would. And especially, that outside styling and stuff, it looks really good, this color. This is the one I would get. So thanks for watching, folks. Please subscribe, share this video, comment down below. Any criticism is constructive in my book, so please rip me to shreds in the comments. Thanks. We'll see you.